Okay, working on this, one of the goals is to minimize picking hand movement as much as you can. So stay with the mechanics that allow for precise picking as long as you can, but as you get to a certain speed and the elbow, the arm needs to really take over in the picking speed, just let it happen gradually. And yeah, I think that's all there is to say about that. But yeah, definitely starting at 60 and see where you get each day. And remember to, take 30, 60-second breaks when needed and then go again. So, do that a few times before calling it a day on the speed. All right, 60 beats a minute demo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 220. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2. All right, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm doing triplets instead of sextuplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, it's the end of the night and I'm tired. I'm making mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 150. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. Why not? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Remember, you want to get rid of any arm twist, any wrist movement there. And perhaps working on number 3 will help do just that. So back down to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 120, 1, 2, 3, 4. 140, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 150. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, here we go with the arpeggio stuff. This is also part 2 of putting all this stuff together. So, there's probably going to be some more edits happening here. I tried doing all the recap last night, and I was just so tired from the end of or being at the end of the day, and I just kept making so many mistakes. I was like, the heck with this. I'll just try it again the next day. So this stuff is challenging. I'm going to play the 8th note version of these first, and then the triplet version afterwards. And there might be some more edits that happen. We'll see. Definitely good idea. Get familiar with what you're playing before even trying any metronome stuff with this. And the goal with all 4 of these arpeggio progressions is to just get through them. 100% no mistakes, that's the goal. Doesn't really matter what speed you do it at. The other stuff, 1, 2, and 3 for this week, that's the most important thing. That's where we're really trying to push the speed. This is more theory oriented, but it's also going to be, you could say, shred guitar oriented, because it is playing arpeggios in a somewhat difficult fashion. It may not be the most difficult, but it certainly ain't easy. And I'd say it's pushing past intermediate stuff too, because you're covering so much ground here. So here we go. First set of arpeggios, 60 beats a minute with 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for the second set of arpeggios here, I'm making the change, and I apologize for not catching this yesterday, but yes, this is basically the same structure as this. However, there's a more convenient way of being able to play the same octaves over here. So I do want to change that, because as I'm trying to get more familiar with this set of arpeggios, like this jump from here to here, whatnot, it's such a pain in the butt. So to heck with this, we're going to do it here instead. It makes it way easier to do. So being aware of things like this, like when you're having trouble doing like one jump to, or jumping from one arpeggio to another, whether it's something that you made, if you're learning somebody else's thing, if you can find an easier way to do it, definitely do it. So I'll send you the update to this if I remember, and for some reason if I forget, all you gotta do, you highlight this stuff and you hold Alt and then we'll press down, the down arrow while you're holding Alt. That'll bring it back down to where it was, but you hold it, press up, and then it moves it to those sets of strings there. This is going to be a much easier way of playing it. So, that being said, 8th note version first at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the triplet version at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the third set, I'm going to recommend another change. I'm going to take this G and move it up. I find it's a lot easier to go from this C to the G to the A minor in this fashion. Makes sense to do this here because you're doing this constant climb. I find the fingering is a bit easier to go this way. and then into this right here. So hopefully you also find that easier. Here we go, eighth note version, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now the fourth set. Not changing anything this time. 60 beats a minute, eighth note version first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the triplet way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Alright, so yeah, sometimes I gotta edit stuff because I keep making too many mistakes in these recaps, but you definitely have some material here that I hardly ever practice, clearly. And yeah, it's definitely much more advanced than most people I ever work with. So you're definitely taking on harder stuff than a lot of folks. So if any questions come up, please let me know, and I'll see you again next week.